The way that Tansey positions himself here almost as this larger-than-life figure. You feel not only engulfed by the entirety of the picture, but you feel almost small before Tansey's own power as a painter. In the painting, Tansey essentially balances his reverence for the history of art with sacrilege, with a challenge towards an entire history of art making that he stands facing in the present day. This is a painting that, through Tansey putting himself into the position of this grand painter effacing Michelangelo's The Last Judgment, he's battling this very question of how does a contemporary painter wrestle or grapple with an entire generation of our history while still making something new for the future. I see the painting in a way as a self-portrait. Here you have Tansey himself climbing this ladder up to face Michelangelo's Last Judgment, and not only painting out the Last Judgment, but Tansey here is even painting himself out. You see the roller, which is vandalizing the Last Judgment. It's also painting out self-reflexively Tansey's own shadow. This is a painting that, when you walk in front of it, it has a towering presence. You feel engulfed in it, almost as you do when you walk into the Sistine Chapel and look up at Michelangelo's incredible Last Judgment. But of course, Tansey strips it all away in his characteristic monochrome red palette. Triumph over Mastery, simply put, is one of, if not the artist's most important painting, and really for a long time has represented not only the very core of what Tansey stands for, but essentially an entire summary of his practice. Mark Tansey was a pivotal artist for Emily Fischer Landau. She collected his work in depth and was able to assemble one of the greatest and most significant private collections of his work. Mark Tansey was one of the most beloved artists by Fischer Landau herself. What's interesting about Tansey and Emily Fischer Landau's relationship with Tansey is it really brings to the fore this collector's ability to look to the most urgent and important artists of her time. And Mark Tansey was one of those artists.